if you're wondering why I'm in the middle of this job, it's because I did start recording and I got interrupted with some IRL stuff, so here I am finishing, or continuing on, I should say. So all you really missed was that I harvested the other oat field, and then when I'm done with this, we're going to go thresh it, and these oats will be used for our animal feed. I might make some baked goods with a little bit of the oats because we should have quite a bit after this. 2 full fields, and I know we still have plenty in storage. So if I recall, oats, we have fewer oats than rye. Now, some of the astute observers among you will notice there's a new building here. Let me explain in a moment. So, as you know, the way that I've been doing things is that I will play for the first day of the series. The first day of the season, and then I record the first day of the season, and then I play the other 2 days off recording, just so that you guys, otherwise, if I did this once a week, it just would be overwhelming. It's already pretty overwhelming, if I'm honest. So anyways, we do a lot of cooking right here, which involves buckets of water, especially for making flatbread and one of the other recipes. And I kept having to run up there to get the water. And I thought, you know what? This space here was too narrow to put in a field. So it was just kind of green space anyways. And so I put this well in here, which will make it easy for us to fill buckets and keep things going there. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and check. I knew there would be some rot there. Now, I don't think I used, okay, 2. I don't think I really used the compost bins here recently. Maybe I should, but now that we have a barn worker, I mean, I could do this and it would be fast, but I'm going to go ahead and put that rot in there. And let's grab some sticks. We can fix that wall. Bugs me when these things are in disarray. So, not too much else to report. Just have little jobs around the village to complete. Oh, that was only 2. So we're up to, I think it's 5 sheep, maybe 6 with that little tiny one. Oh, I put all the straw away. Could have used some of that on this roof, but I don't want to spend. Oh my, those are some very expressive sheep. So we'll need to, or they will. Lamira will need to pick the beetroots and the cabbage, and then plant our autumn crops, which are rye and wheat, which maybe I'll just do that for her. Just plant the rye fields. Is it this one? Maybe I'll let her do it since it's automated. I don't. Was this one little? Is that a woman or a little girl? So that's one little girl like lecturing these 2 guys, Rasibor and Huberta. That's kind of cute. So I keep pulling out my axe because I've been keeping my bow in that slot in another game. So we're not quite to the point that we need to put in the houses back here, but we're getting close. A couple more houses back here. and then we'll put one in there. So we'll have 3 more houses coming in. So Birad. I don't think I've gotten the honeycomb lately. We can come down and do that. I think I forgot to plant the poppies this year. Oops. I don't really know what you do with the poppies. Just one of those things. Oh my. That's a lot of goats. That's a lot of goats. I don't know what you guys think about all the goats. If we should get rid of some. I'm starting to think maybe a few. Just 2 or 3 off the top. Another adjustment that I made had to do with the stores, the storefront, whatever they call those things. Food stall. So we have this resource stall that I had been selling fertilizer because we have tons of manure. So I was like, well, let's sell fertilizer. But it was taking up a worker, and we really weren't making that much money. And to be honest, we're not hurting for cash. We have 18,000 on our person and a bit more up here, and we have tons of stuff that we could sell. Like if I suddenly need like 2,000 gold coins, we could sell probably our flaxseed alone to get that back. So well, not this flaxseed, but maybe our total flaxseed. But we could sell firewood. We've got a lot of things we could sell. So I am going to take some of this manure down and convert it so that they have enough fertilizer for the fields this season. But what was I going to show you? The coin in here. So we're over 21,000. So when you combine our 18,000 and our 21,000, we're basically at 40,000 coins. What on earth are we ever going to buy in this game that's going to cost 40,000 coins? It's just the way this market economy is designed, there's not even anything that requires that. So and I believe one of the workers I put on the pigs so that we can start getting more manure. We don't want an oppressive amount of manure, but we do want a steady stream of it so that we can be turning it into fertilizer like we just did. You know what? Maybe I will turn over that beetroot field for them. The fat finger didn't hit my torch button. I don't remember how much weight this is when we get the whole field. It's been a while since I harvested the beetroots, though. I think the last time I did it, they were down there. Hope everybody's still enjoying the series. I've noticed sort of a mixed bag on viewership on these. Sometimes they get really good viewership in the over 100, which is good for me. I know that's not for every YouTuber, but for me that's pretty good. And then other times it doesn't seem like really anybody is too interested. So sometimes it seems like the more effort I put into like the thumbnail and title and tags and all that doesn't seem to matter. So I say all that to say thank you to those of you who are continuing to support this endeavor. Alright, so we were in that corner. We checked out the animals a little bit. We did a little bit of farming. Oh, it's fall. I There was something that I was trying to do. Oh, I know what I need to tell you guys about. As soon as I move Roland, put him in the herbalist hut. Okay, now he'll get us more mushrooms. So, at the end of the last season, we lost 1,000 dynasty reputation. And it didn't say why. So I actually hopped on Reddit. I'm Bluebelly on Reddit. If you see me on there, say hello. I was in the Medieval Dynasty Reddit, and I was like, what gives, you know? Oh, she was the one that was working in a market stall. That's funny. But I was like, why did I lose this much? And there were a couple different theories. Some people said, you know, you messed up a quest. Other people said what was the other one? I forget. There was another one that seemed plausible, but the one that I think might be actually true is they said if you complete a quest for a bad king, you can lose reputation. And I did that. I completed that herald quest for the king, and we don't know if our king is good or bad. So if he was a bad king, that would do it. So there you have it. Where did I put Batilda? Yeah, in the pigsty. That's what I thought. So she apparently does not like working there. Actually, let's walk over and talk to her. We haven't done a lot of this sort of person to person interaction on this. Can't imagine why you wouldn't want to work in a pigsty. I was running a shop for like 2 years, and then I suddenly said, go clean up after pigs.
How's life treating you?
This always trips me out. Let me take a closer look at you. No, married man. Alright, small talk. Carrots and stuff, that's funny. Always so much work during autumn. Catching a cold every fall since I was born. Get along well with other people. They seem to follow either the strangest of my ideas and use that to my advantage. Chopping or mining, rather save this labor for someone else.
Have a good day.
Maybe I should swap her out. See if I could find somebody else. Too bad Bertold isn't old enough yet. He's only 5. Oh, Albreda. What did she do? Probably a shop person. Oh, oh no, she was our other farmer. This is diplomacy, and this is the shop. So maybe we swap out. Oh my. Maybe we put him back on some type of production, since he's a 7 in production. I mean, we have a 6 rated blacksmith and a 6 rated cook. Wow, Odoric is interesting. I think he's been our craftsman for a long time. I don't know. I'm going to let well enough alone, I think. Sorry, lady. Sorry you don't like working with pigs. I can't imagine very many people like working with pigs, though. You know what? While I'm down here, I'm going to go ahead. I don't really need to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get this manure. This will give me enough to do a field or 2. I don't really feel like doing this for all of the animals, but I can do it for... You can't... Okay, that's fine. One thing you're not able to do is isolate one individual production. So I can't look and see, like, what did Dalibora actually produce herself. I can look at the ratio that she's supposed to be producing. So you go in here to farming, to the barn, and then it's going to show me her jobs. So she's making just under, so basically 23 animal feed and 23 fertilizer every day. That's what she's doing. But I don't know if she pulls the oats and rye from here, oats, rye, and straw, or if she pulls the oats, rye, and straw from up there. She should pull it from here, if my understanding of the game logic is accurate. So I'm pretty sure field 11 is geez, this again. So 6 and 11. So I did these two in rye. And those two are oats. And then that one is wheat. Gosh, I should organize these better. So things are running pretty smoothly, all things considered. What is now not selling? Spoke too soon. Was it? Yeah, mushroom soup. I knew it. I made 50 in a batch last season, and it sold through that. So we could do that too. We have plenty of mushrooms that are about to rot, because they're from last fall. So we could always do that. I don't know if we have 100 bowls, but we could probably just make a batch of 100. I'm sure we have 100 meat. The issue with doing 100 at a time is there's just, you don't have enough carrying capacity. So it ends up encumbering you and making it take forever. But that'll give us something to do. We can make a batch of mushroom soup. I know this is the kind of stuff that when I'm playing the game like by myself, when I'm not recording, I'm always like, nice and relaxing. But when I'm recording, I'm like, people have seen me do this 100 times. They're not going to be interested. So if there's a task that you haven't seen me do, you're like, boy, I don't understand how he does this, or like how to do that in the game, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see if I can incorporate it in an upcoming episode. Because we've been doing a lot of the same things for the last several years, and I'm happy to help. For those of you that might not know kind of my objective for this series, series, I want to get to our son Henrik, and I want to run the village with him for a little while. Beyond that, I don't really have a plan. I've never gotten to experience the actual dynasty part of this game. So having my son in the dynasty come of age and playing with him a little bit sounds like a lot of fun. How many years I will continue at that point, I have not yet decided. But hopefully it'll be a while. And I am explicitly doing a few things and not doing a few things. I am not maxing out, the total number of villagers I could potentially possibly have. Largely because, okay, I'm not going to be able to move here in a few minutes. Largely because I don't. Come on. I don't want to max out my villagers because it just makes more headaches, right? More people, more problems. Got to manage their food, you've got to manage their homes, more buildings to fix. So we're just basically going to keep maintaining where we're at. We have a few unlocks coming relatively soon, but my primary concern is maintaining. When I started this settlement, I remember our first building was, well, a house down where the goat pen is now. I don't even have that house anymore, but I put a house down there, and we put resource storage, and a hunting lodge, and a well pretty early on. And as soon as we could, we built food storage in a barn, and I started laying in the fields. These are the veritable breadbasket of the settlement. And that was what I wanted to base our economy on. For those of you that, well, some of you already know this, but I'm also a pretty dedicated farm sim player, so it was always going to be, you know what, I don't want to do that many. 26 back. It was always going to be something that I enjoyed doing, the farming in the game, and I wanted to make it central. Now, what I'm hoping is that when we eventually unlock this guy all the way down here, this tavern, I'm hoping when we eventually unlock the tavern at 4,000 points that it will fit either here or here. If it won't, we might have to tear some buildings down to put it in. But we'll have the tavern, we'll have some goodies in the tavern, and we will proceed like that. But honestly, at this rate, and I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but at this rate, I don't think that we will unlock it by the time the kids are grown. I don't understand. Like, I've talked to other people who are like, oh yeah, I got that, no problem. It is a problem for me. This is my second playthrough that I am not even close to unlocking the tavern. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with production. I'm producing plenty of goods of various types. I don't know if I need to like just go work as a blacksmith for like an entire season all day every day or what. But yeah, I mean, I in the last episode I like specifically did a production, forget what I made, but it was 50 of something, and I got 1 production point. So as long as the game is set up that way, I don't anticipate having, wild success. The other nice thing about having this right here is we can get a drink super easy. And then probably in the morning I'll eat my flatbread. I have a flatbread in my inventory. I'll eat this because it's 45 food. So once this is down a little bit, that'll be good. Can we plant cabbage in, nope, spring and summer. But what I could do is go get more manure and fertilize that. also, while I'm thinking about it, I do want to put more of those lanterns up. I'm not going to do that right this minute. But I want to put more of those up. Oh, dang. That manure. They used like 60 of it, I think. Or is it... Yeah, I think they used like 60 of it. Because I took 200. Interesting. Well, the barn should be using it. And the pig pen should be producing it. But yeah, the production is coming up very slowly. We're not even halfway there. But when we get halfway there, we'll be living on a prayer. Sorry guys, I had to. You know I had to make that joke. It's dad joke requirement to make a living on the prayer joke. Just a nice fall evening. Sun going down over the hill. Spreading pig manure on the cabbage stubs. As one does in medieval Poland. And yes, I realize I don't have my fur capelet on. That will be next. I also kind of feel like going hat shopping one of these days. Can you imagine? I made a whole episode. Rasimir goes hat shopping. There's gotta be a seamstress somewhere with a cool hat that I can buy with all this cash that I don't need for anything else. Because we can't unlock the recipe to make our own cool hat. So maybe we go buy one. I mean, I don't dislike this felt hat. I wouldn't wear it IRL, but I mean, it does work. Just, you know, man's got money in his pocket, burning a hole, wants to spend it on the finer things in life. I mean, I'm like a land baron who somehow has access to this entire valley. Would I really be wearing my starter clothes 14 years into my journey? I don't think so. I'm being quiet because I'm thinking a lot of inappropriate things about how Rasimir could potentially abuse his power if he didn't choose to be a good man. We've taken a very sort of Cincinnatus approach with him. He's just, you know, staying at the village. I can imagine some other personality types probably get pretty aggressive. Go out in search of bandits, constantly doing all the quests. Whereas I'm like putzing away, you know? Alrighty, well, I do believe, we'll reset the rabbit trap. I do believe this is the end of the line for us. I will see you all when the snow is on the ground and it's time for winter. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.